I'm live. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Let's see who we've got in here. Uh, First and foremost, if anyone wants to join the stream, feel free to hit that link and come on in. I remember when I first started doing videos and I saw people inviting people in. I'd never go in. I felt like I needed to have a certain number of subscribers or something like that. Now I realize that was a big mistake. I should have been just jumping in anywhere I could. Love to see some of the newer guys come in. First, Mark Brown is first. Look at that beard. Ellie Orchid. Now, Ellie supports everybody. I think we should start a GoFundMe page so we can buy her a beard. She deserves it. Oops, I just saw a glitch. E-Rock, the man. What else we got here? Dave, Mr. Lux, welcome in. In fact, the other week I wore a bunch of your stuff. I had a 10-day period where I was just wearing whatever I wanted, and a lot of it was yours. One day I tried mixing, what was it? Rustic Bastard and Tobacconist. And I had mixed 1912 and Tobacconist. I really like that mixture. In fact, I need to get myself a full bottle of 1912. I think I've finally warmed up to it. Finally man enough to wear 1912. Mark Brown again. Russ Young, welcome in. Thanks for stopping in. Looks like you're working tonight, 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. That's a tough shift. People saying hello. Oh, yeah. I don't watch the news much anymore, so I have spoken to a couple of people that live down there, and they luckily, missed the brunt of it. And that's great, Russ. You're all safe. It missed my daughter. And yeah, a lot of people lucked out. A lot, not so much. And I know Mark Brown. I think I saw something from Daniel the Bearded. Beach Bum Beards. Welcome in. And what else have we got? It's a closing, slow but surely. Well, not surely. We'll see. True North Beard Company. Hey, I think it's getting around that time that you mentioned you were going to be going live with the website. If you don't mind hitting up the chat and letting us know if what it looks like for a start date for you. And who else have we got? Thanks, John. I appreciate it. We got Love Them Labs. In fact, I've got one lab sitting right here with me. In the house, we talk about whose person the different dogs are, and it looks like I've come up as the solid front runner for being Frank's person. Is that right, Frank? Am I your favorite? TNBC, I don't know what that is. More hellos and how are yous? Saying hello to Derrick. I'm posting some updates this weekend on Instagram. I'll definitely keep an eye out. Though if I have to check for updates, usually I find that I have to actually go to your Instagram page to see what's going on. I'm not that evolved as far as Instagram. It seems to me that if I don't catch it as it's coming up, it just kind of passes me by. And what else have we got? Mark Brown saying hello. And might as well ask the question, what does everyone have in beard? I'll tell you what I've got today is Indoor from Bay Area Beard Company. Instagram stories. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. I'm really super excited for you opening up. So with that, define 1626. I think I've, oh no, I gave away 1626. Jameson. All right, Johnny. Got to grow out that beard though. Just don't want to hide that pretty face. I get it. Um, yeah, I actually started the day out with 1976, but because it's citrus, it kind of wore out, you know, about halfway through the day, and I decided why not get another one of my Bay Area beard companies in beard. In fact, lately, the two companies that I've been super psyched about are Bay Area Beard Company, which I just got a few in from Bay Area, and what's the other one? Damn Yankee. I've got a custom oil and butter coming in. I'm dying to try that out. It's orange and cedar. I've only tried two orange and cedar so far. My first true love, Black Rebel, the chieftain, but he discontinued that. And I did send him an email some time ago, and I got the impression it's not coming back, at least no time soon. And I was getting my orange and cedar fix from Beard Brothers, which actually smells just the same as Black Rebel, but there's a little difference, I think, with the richness and the strength of the scent. I mean, it's awesome. I think I've got that bottle just about done. Becky is for me. John's beautiful white Becky is on the right. And Mark Brown, it was your first Bay Area purchase. The one that I'm really kind of interested in, I got Genesis because Matt mentioned that was, every owner has a favorite. And he mentioned that Genesis, I think it's Genesis, yeah, was his favorite. It's coffee, tobacco, vanilla. And that one's got me really curious. It's funny with coffee scents. I've had coffee scents that I put it in and I love this scent. A week later, put it in. I'm like, I don't know. I don't think I like it as much as I thought. Put it in a week later, and I'm back to loving it. So I kind of flip flop with coffee scents. The thing that's cool about Matt's coffee scent is I've only worn it one day, but I really can't say which scent is most dominant, the coffee or the tobacco. I'll have moments where it seems like it's coffee scent with tobacco, in the background. And then other times, all right, sounds great. I will check out your site, but Beard Octane Nitro. I don't remember what Nitro is. Ooh, Missy, welcome in. You got to let me know how I'm doing. Often I have a guest on with me. This week I didn't, so I've got to struggle through it on my own. Missy's on a little trip. Looking forward to her getting back. And Daniel, man, I've been telling you guys about Bay Area for years. I'm glad more people are taking the leap. You know what? There's so many companies out there, Daniel. I've watched so many of your videos where I'll make that mental note that I want to try this or try that. And, the next thing I know, it just kind of fades, from the forefront. Coffee, vanilla, blueberry. Now, what's that? Is that what you've got in beard? And is that one of yours? Okay, after yesterday, it felt like a drink, but don't drink. So put Damn Yankee, Kentucky Mule. It's with Damn Yankee. I put an order in. I mentioned that I got sidetracked. I've got the custom of cedar and orange, but he's got 2 dram samples, and my understanding is 2 drams is a quarter ounce, which for me should get me at least 4 usages out of it. And I think I've got 8 cents coming in. I wanted to really just kind of get to know his products because I've been really kind of psyched, especially his, I forget if it's sterling or gray. I always get confused. Dan B, welcome in. What's that leak? Bay Area is awesome. The mint chip soap smells so good. You want to eat it. I'll skip that. I one thing I'm really excited about is I've got a butter on the way, and I'm really dying to try the butter. I've heard a lot about the butter. I like the oil so much that I really want to get that in beard and see how it is. All right, welcome back, E-Rock. Saying hello to True North over there. So now I did. Florida Blanca is amazing. And I thought about getting Florida Blanca, but I didn't want to. I got 3 oils. I didn't want to get 4, 5, 6. Florida Blanca was definitely on one of my contenders. I think I wrote down 6 scents that I really wanted to try and then reduced it down to 3. And I'm trying to remember what it was about Florida Blanca that made me say maybe some other time I'll try that. And let me take a look at what's in Florida Blanca to see what my reasoning might have been to skip it. Bay rum, pipe tobacco, black oud, black coconut, black sea. I think maybe the bay rum, I just, compared to the other ones, I definitely had to try Genesis because Matt said it was his favorite. So I wanted to see what that was about. 1976, I'm a nut for orange or any citrus scent. So I had to get that. And I wanted to get Indoor because that one with the tobacco, birchwood oud, bergamot, black tea, and smoke, I just wanted to give it a shot and, see what one of his more complex scents was about. And what have we got? I'm falling behind here. Yeah, E, what was for dinner? And markfish. I don't even know what that is. I was just talking about juicing the other day with someone. I've got a juicer in the basement, and it was just a hassle to use. It made a mess, tough to clean. I've been thinking about getting one of those industrial juicers, something that you would see in a bar. I went to Mexico years ago, and it was more of a family oriented, all inclusive. And they had a bar right near the wave pool, which was cool for all the kids. Yeah, but the bar was a fresh juice bar, fresh juice with booze. And the different recipes they had were just amazing. And but those juicers that they've got, that bang out juice like there's no tomorrow, that's what I want. Dan D. We got David Brown here. Been a long day and wanted to quickly say hello, prayers up to Florida. Well, for me, it's down to Florida. I'm north. Yeah, and like I said, Florida Blanca made it to my list of 6, but I wanted to stick with 3. And like I mentioned too, sticking to 3 with Damn Yankees. Got those 1/4 ounce samples. So I got 8 different scents. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what those are about. In fact, the one scent that I might not like, I just got it for the hell of it. Pawpaw's Chair, I think it is. I think it's leather, and I don't remember what in the world it was, but it didn't seem like it was up my alley. But I love the name, and I thought, for a sample size, why not give it a shot? So, what is Pawpaw's Chair? I think it's pipe tobacco and leather. So that could be hit or miss for me. Definitely looking forward to trying. It's going to be 9 different scents from Damn Yankee. I just didn't want to go any longer. Not really, trying out his full line. His scents just seem so rich and not overly complex, but just nice and rich and wonderful. Especially his cedar scents. Aldemir, how's it going? Aldemir, is that you without a beard? Oh, going in for surgery. Sorry to hear that. Hope it's nothing serious. Jose Gaspar's vessel. No, actually, I might have heard that in the past, even though I don't know who in the world that is. Yeah, Aldemir, all the best wishes, whatever it is. I hope it goes smoothly. What else have we got? And bought my juicer on Facebook Market with help from a friend because I don't do Facebook. Juicing is so good. And I love juicing. I don't love juicing with the one I've got. I think I used it twice and it's in my basement. I think all the parts are still there. I'm thinking if I got some sort of industrial juicer, I don't know what it's going to cost. I mean, I could see 200 or 300. If it's up on the $400 or $500 range, I might just skip juicing. Yeah, pipe tobacco and leather, and I'll see. I mean, I'm not against leather. It's just not something that makes me jump up and down. What else have we got? EV, you're a madman. I don't know what that is. False South, right? Yeah, well, Net says, great job. She finally got to see a live stream. Yeah, they're a car full of ladies making their way to Nashville right now. And I guess I'm the entertainment for the moment. so, and so, yeah. And I did want to mention, I usually invite the owner of whatever I review. This week I did Educated Beards, and I think it's really good oil. It's on the thinner side, which some people love that. I did cucumber, beets, celery, cilantro, mint, apples, carrots. I chugged it. The juice bar I was at had all kinds of cool stuff. It was fruit based, but like kale and different things like that. Nope. Me singing is not a good idea. But Mark, you're welcome to come on in. I think I mentioned there's a link if anyone wants to join up at the top. Anyone that wants to join in, feel free. And that's at the top of the chat. What is Missy? Okay, I'm the sister, Dina, that you didn't meet. Hello. Hi, Dina. And Maria said, hello to Tennessee. Here we come. Yeah, the last time I spoke to Missy, she mentioned you had about 4 or 5 hours to go. That's given that you left at 6:30 in the morning, that's a rough ride. Oh, yeah, kale is definitely awesome. I hear you. If anyone did decide to join, I've got a bad habit of not noticing that another screen popped up in the bottom. So you might want to put something in the chat. So, in fact, talking about live streams, yes, drive safe, ladies. And the picture I got, I could have sworn it looked like it might have been a little bit rainy. No. Nope. Yes, safe travel, ladies. Tried peppermint and cedarwood from Educated Beers and enjoyed it. I watched your thoughts on it, Ken. My sample was Balsam Eclipse, I think it's called. I was wondering what in the world Balsam Eclipse would be like. I was kind of bummed out that I got the peppermint. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but I can't do peppermint. In fact, Ken in chat just dropped by to say hi. Gotta go eat. Look at that beard. That's one hell of a beard working there. Yeah, peppermint, just not my thing. I wasn't even going to open it. I think I've got someone that left a comment in the video I did saying that, they love peppermint, just saying. I think I've got to come up with a couple things to send to him and just trying to remember who that was. It's some name like iShift. I can't remember his name, his YouTube name. Beansy, what do you want? Yeah, what do we got going on here? So, okay, that's enough. Off you go. So what was my point? I just cannot do peppermint. I put it in beard. I know I saw a video review by Dan C where he talked about, the strength from a 1 to a 10. It was right in the middle, definitely not overpowering. I put this in and my eyes were watering from it. I can't do. I can do peppermint as a part of a layered scent, but out front like it is in this, it's sort of for me like clove. If I've got clove in a scent, it rushes to the front for my senses. And I will be using it a bunch this time of year. Was a good time to get it. Not for me. It's a good time to give it away. The only thing is I can't spend like $8 to send someone a sample. So I'm going to have to come up with some other stuff to send that gentleman. And why is it I can't remember his name? Let me look it up right now. Yeah, I can't find it. But I'm going to find that post and send it off to him if he's willing to take some more stuff. Ken, absolutely. No one has a reverse skunk beard like yours. King of the skunks. Saying some hellos. I shift focus. That's it. I've got to hit him up on Instagram, see if he actually wants it, and get it over to him. But and I started mentioning part of the reason I didn't invite Educated Beards on is I don't know. I watched them on with Bearded Respect, and just talking about the pricing and the reasons they gave for the high price. I don't know. I think it was so they can pay their employees well. And also the wife side of the partnership said something about it's of such high quality that you don't have to use as much, but it's light oil. So for me, I'm going to use as much as I would anything else, if not more. And I don't know. I don't want to have someone on and be confrontational. I got to be honest, peppermint and spearmint forward since I've grown already. Even spearmint forward. I like spearmint sometimes with a citrus. If there's just teeny bit of it, it can kind of lift up the citrus and give it some more strength without kind of tearing that citrus scent away. At least that's what I've seen. Peppermints, it's not for me. I don't think, like I said, Dan C described this as a 5 as far as strength, in not something that would overpower you, in something that he could wear on a daily basis. When I put it in just a little teeny bit, my eyes were actually watering. So it's just me in my reaction to peppermint. I couldn't do it. And I don't know what's cool, but I appreciate it. Beach Bum Beards, Derrick. As I mentioned, there's a link at the top. If you want to come in and talk about Beach Bum Beards for the next 36 minutes, I'm down. Yeah. People love to hear about it. In fact, I've looked over your site. Mr. Ben, welcome in. And I was intrigued by all the different scents. Wow. And look at that. I put it in Beach, and Beach Bum Beards pops right up. The only reason I've never purchased from you is that everybody loves hemp. Everyone thinks it's great. I have styling issues with hemp. So to me, it'd be an unfair thing for me to do a review of it because I'm already at a disadvantage. But now that I use these clips all the time, styling is not an issue for me because I wrap it up so it can't go anywhere. And maybe this would be the time for me to give it a shot. I can already see Hawaiian Sunset would be a winner for me. And what else has he got here? B&B Root Beer. Trying to see how quickly I can get to these descriptions. A frosty mug of vanilla ice cream and cold frothy root beer. That could be a winner. What else has Derrick got? Professor Pepper. Probably not my thing. Old San Juan looks like it's a pineapple margarita. I meant pina colada. Pineapple, pina colada, coconut, lime, lemon, orange sounds like it is absolutely up my alley. And I hope you don't mind me focusing on you. Because I didn't have a guest, I really kind of didn't know what in the world I was going to talk about today. I just figured talking about beards is enough in it. Yeah, Russ is rooting for you to come in. And I don't know if you've seen any of Beach Bum Beards. That's the YouTube channel. But he's been doing some really cool beard history content. I think the last one I saw were the different kings with beards, rating them 1 through, I think it was 5. And I remembered seeing Germany and France. They didn't have very good beards from the pictures I saw. Got to do Russia. I'm sure you get some good ones there. Russ, I believe it. Like I said, my only issue is hemp in styling. But when I'm wearing this, styling is not an issue. So I think it's about time I just did it. And something that's cool. All right, sounds good. Is I've only used a product with this once, but he's got the pump tops on them. I can't remember the company I've got a pump top from. It's an unscented oil. It's not a big company. Oh, he did Russia. I've been kind of busy lately, and I apologize that sometimes I miss people's content. Especially, I've been missing a lot of live streams that I really love to watch. Daniel the Bearded. It's on Friday. Sometimes Friday, I just can't be home. And since Derrick is talking about coming in, let's talk about a couple more of his scents. He has got a Boardwalk, and that is a mixture of zesty citrus, tart limes, and tea tree. Gives you a fresh breeze. Citrus and tea tree sounds interesting. As long as the citrus is out in front of that sounds like it'd be damn awesome. Crashing Night Waves. And this one, frankincense, vetiver, sandalwood, lavender, and sage. That one would be Mad Mixer. You know what? That's another one of those companies that I've had every intent of trying, but just haven't gotten around to it. And this one, I mean, I have no idea. Frankincense is cool. Vetiver is cool. Sandalwood. I'm becoming a fan of lavender when it's towards the end of a profile, which it is here, and sage. And who have we got here? Lil Vado. What's up? So what else? Let me catch up on these. I've been watching him on YouTube, not on Instagram. Joshua Ricks, welcome in. Thanks for coming in. Vado's kid. Yeah, that's cool seeing Lil Vado in here. In fact, I wonder if he puts out any content. If he does, I would think we should be oops, what's going on here? if he does, I think some of us should go on over there and subscribe. Let me see if he. I don't think I can click it from here. If someone can figure that out, it'd be nice to send him some subscriptions. I don't mind short. I actually, there's someone out there that's been putting out some content recently that I enjoy it, but sometimes it'll be like a 25-minute video and I can't. And I'm so far behind, probably saying hello to one of my pups. I don't know which one. Eggnog. Yeah, where was I? I was opening up a new tab every time I looked at a scent. So yeah, that crashing night waves, no idea. There's a lot going on there. That could be right up my alley. Or come on, Beansy, stop making noise. What else have we got? Florida Key Mojito, Hawaiian Sunset, a lot of sweet scents, which is really up my alley. And we've got Island Hops. I wonder if that's citrus and hops. Yeah, this is one of those things. If I were to get something here, I would be having a hard time figuring out what I want. This is a mixture of tart limes, champagne, hops, and tropical fruits. Has the subtle ale beer scent you love with the tropical base note. That sounds. I've got a lot of tropical scents. I love them, but finding something that's just a little bit different is definitely up there. And a coffee scent. I was just talking about coffee scents. How I'll have the same coffee scent, love it one week, not so much the next week, and back to loving it. And so, what does he say about his coffee scent? It's hazelnut cafe scent. Okay, so hazelnut coffee. Yeah, I've definitely the companies that I've got to try that are just on my mind right now are T3. I'd love to try Beach Bum, and who's the other one? Well, True North once he's up and going. All right. Weatherbeard Solid Cologne. I never wear cologne. I just figure that the beard oil is enough. Especially, I love strong scents. Yeah, I've got one more coming up of Frank and Bean's swimming videos. They are. I think I'm going to put up their final swim, and so people don't look at it and say, "Yeah, I don't need to see another one of those." And it's shorter this time. I don't know why I left that other one at 9 minutes plus. I try to keep everything around 6-7 minutes. Give them their screen time. All right, Frank. Dan B wants to say hello. I said Frank, not Beans. All right, Beans. One more, and then you're gone. Come on, Frankie. Star of the show. They are beautiful boys. Yeah, I got a kick out of doing those videos, seeing what they look like under the water swimming. It just, for me, it was a chance to use that GoPro I got. Yeah, Frankie's a nutcase in that pool. In the next one, I don't know why I didn't think of it earlier. If I introduce a tennis ball, he's a really ball-oriented dog, and give him a tennis ball, and Beans doesn't even exist. And the funny thing is that Beans is the bully of the two. But there's certain times where, Beans just lays off. He knows Frank's in a psycho mode. In fact, when I take them for a ride, I've usually got to let Beans in first and make Frank wait and then let him in, because It's like a bad prison movie. When he gets in the car, he wants to be all over Beansy, and Beansy just kind of looks at me like, "Get this psycho off me," He. But then Beansy, when it's time to eat, Frankie will come right up to me and stand in front of me to keep Beansy off of him. You know what? I love coffee, and I'm a part-time lover of coffee in the beard. Part-time, not so much. When I'm in the mood for it, I think it's awesome. In fact, when I tried Bay Area's coffee scent, I was thinking of Dagan, BGG Grooming, and how he might like Matt's coffee scent, because it's so close between whether it's a coffee scent or a tobacco scent that it might be the kind of thing that's far enough from coffee that even Dagan might like it. And I can't get your code. It won't let me scroll to the top. Well, what I could do is hit you up on Instagram and just send it there, or I could repost it. So it's at the bottom of the chat. Never tried sniffing it since only like the smell. Orderly. You know what? I love summer scents. I can wear them year long, but there's something about like what the heck is it? Barbershops. I love barbershops, but I don't really like them in the summer. Something about a 90-degree day and a barbershop just doesn't do it for me. And I said I was going to go to Instagram and send it, so let me keep my word and do that. And it's probably been a little while since I've talked to Beach Bums, Derrick. Oop, he's already there. How's it going? Welcome in.
Good. How are you?
Good. I was running through the different scents you have. I don't know if you saw that. And I'm a big fan of sweet scents. So there's a ton there that I would love.
Give me just a second. I gotta grab some headphones because I can't hear you on my side.
No problem. Oh, I've got my mic on, so that's good. Yeah, they are good boys. They're super duper dogs. And did I skip anyone? Lots of work, Ken, but we are getting there, switching up a few cents to keep the IFRA guidelines. I've been wondering with those guidelines if there are going to be some super duper strong scents that I've loved that are going to become not so super duper strong. Let's see the ball in the pool. It's 4.5 minutes long, so I can't quite do it now. Oops, and there's Derrick again. Oh, I'll figure it out. How's it going, Derrick? I can't hear you. I did, and here he is. Let me see if there's some setting on my side. I'm trying to hit the unmute button. Oops. So that's not working out too well. And yeah, I do too, but it's kind of hit or miss for me. And like I was saying, there are a bunch of scents that I really don't like, that I love, but I really kind of don't love them in the summer. I don't love coffee scents in the summer. I don't love barbershops in the summer. Also love barbershop scents. Yeah, and for me, I kind of like the the more traditional OG barbershop scents. Martin, welcome in. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, I've tried some of Beansy. Shut it. Come here. I've tried some of the more exotic barbershops, and they just never kind of work out for me. I know a lot of people love some of the barbershops that Tailored puts out, but for me, they were always a little too far from a barbershop to really be up my alley. So, and Mark Brown is not a coffee scent fan. I'm trying to think of my favorite coffee shop scents or coffee scents are. I loved the one by lately, Missy, there've been a ton of coyotes around here. And I think we can hear you. I heard a click. But yeah, there've been a ton of coyotes, Missy, and they're sound like they're about a mile or two off, but there's a whole pack roaming around. Derrick, I think I hear some noise coming from you.
You can hear me?
I can hear you. Yep.
Awesome. Yeah, I don't know if it's the cell phone reception. Maybe it's just bad because of the hurricane or something acting up with my phone, but I couldn't hear you at first, but I'm glad I can hear you now.
And let me see if I think that might work better for your phone screenshot. And I just wanted to say something Joshua Ricks mentioned. He's been wanting to try the Colombian Bastard from Lux. I don't like Colombian Bastard. When I smell it out of the bottle, it smells like it's going to be the most outrageously wonderful coffee scent in the world, but there's the tiniest bit of cinnamon in there, and that kind of wrecks it for me. And I love Lux's scents, so what's up, Derrick?
How you doing, Ken?
Doing well. I don't know if you saw it, but I was kind of hopping through your different scent profiles. And
I did see a little bit of that. I was driving while watching the whole time. So I was trying to message in between red lights and stuff and watching for debris.
Oh, did you get hit pretty hard where you are, or?
We got the eye of the storm later on, but not nearly as bad as they did down south. It just kind of flooded. A couple trees fell over in this area, but everything's good so far.
That's good. I mean, it can be horrible. And True Not saying hi to Garrett. In fact, I just know I was kind of flipping through and I saw your barbershop. I don't know if I read off that scent profile. And trying to get to the scent profile itself. Because it says barbershop, but I see a coconut, lime, and maybe mint and cinnamon.
No cinnamon in the barbershop. So that one's got like it's got like your bay rum scent to it. It's like a traditional barbershop. The only difference is I just kind of added more of a beach feel to it. So it's got a little bit of lemon, lime, orange zest to it. Just to kind of make it feel like it does when you're in Florida and you go to the barbershop and you come out, you kind of feel fresh, but you kind of feel tropical at the same time. So, and I'm a big citrus person, so a lot of my scents are going to have some type of citrus mixed in with them.
I'm a nut for citrus. But you say it still maintains a traditional barbershop, but with some extra stuff going on.
Yeah, so if you've ever seen Alex, the blue-shirted reviewer, he's done a couple of reviews on it. So it just has just a little bit different than your normal cologne. So it is the most cologne-like scent that I have, but you can smell the vanilla bean at the bottom, and you can also smell the citrus in the background as well. So it makes it seem like a different scent than most cologne barber shops that you're used to.
Yeah, I was just mentioning, I know a lot of people love Tailored Beards barbershops. And for me, they weren't ever really for me because they were too far from the traditional. It sounds like this one, keeping the traditional plus with some extra citrus. Kind of?
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever been to some of the old school barbershops where they used to slap on the aftershave, and I can't think of the name, but it comes in the green. It's like the clear bottle with the green label, and it's got the little yellow figure on it. I can't think of the name of it, but that was the scent profile we were kind of going for, but with a twist of citrus in the back notes.
All right, so that'll definitely be on my list. I was just saying I love barbershops. I just don't love them so much in the summer. I don't know what it is. I just, but I've got a ton of barbershops, and I pretty much love all of them that get anywhere near a traditional barbershop. And Russ Young is saying Presser Pepper. That's one of your scents, right?
Yeah, so the Professor and the root beer, so those we use a distillery system, so we're able to make our own essential oils from the actual product. So the Dr. Pepper smells like Dr. Pepper, but for legalities, we call it Professor Pepper, but it's made from Dr. Pepper. What we do is we boil the product itself, and then we use the steam and reduce it down into a liquid, and then we skim off the top of it to ensure there's no water, and it's just an actual essential oil that we make from the Dr. Pepper and the root beer. So the root beer, we use A&W root beer to make that product. So that's going to smell like the little candy barrels from back in the day. And then your Professor Pepper smells just like Dr. Pepper.
For some reason, I thought A&W was a Northeastern product. Because we've got A&W restaurants up here. They're those drive up. And for some reason, I always thought that was unique to us up here in the Northeast. Is that not true? You've got them down there too?
We've had some of the restaurants here in Florida, but not many people know this, but I'm originally from Indiana. So I grew up with an A&W nearby my house.
Okay. And if this young lady says it sounds interesting, that means I have to get it. So that's
and that's why we made the pepper one, is because if you look at the statistics, the number one soda that women prefer to buy is Dr. Pepper. And so when we thought of coming out with a soda idea for beard oil, we thought, well, women usually dictate what we wear, so why not make one that women like already? So that's why we went with it. So it's got the very cherry vanilla up front, and then it's got the other flavors in the background.
Okay, and Missy, you're going to have to let me know which one you were talking about. And Martin says barbershop scents are one of his favorite beard oils. Mine too. I mean, when I first started buying products, I would have thought barbershop would be the last thing on my list because of the talcum powder. And for some reason, I just love it.
Yeah.
It was a surprise to me. Now, I've got to ask you, do you have, of all your scents, one that is closest to your heart, your favorite?
Oh yeah, the Boardwalk is my personal favorite. It's probably like our fourth or fifth popular one on the website, but the Boardwalk is the one I like because it's got the sour tart lime, and I'm a huge key lime scent person, and then it's got that earthy tea tree in the background. So that's the one I pretty much wear almost every day unless I'm testing one of my new products. The Boardwalk is mine, and we did that one because if you've ever been to Sarasota, there's a little area called Siesta Keys, and when you walk down their boardwalk, there's a lady that actually makes key lime pies. So while you're on the beach, all you smell is pies, and when you're addicted to pies, you're pretty much up there the whole time.
And I always try. I like to know what Nona's favorite is. Just to, I try to always, whether or not it sounds like something I'm gonna like, get the one they think is their favorite. And yeah, I mean, I'm a nut for citrus. I love citrus scents. And Missy saying she actually likes the sound of both, but she was thinking of the barbershop with citrus. Consider it done, Missy. By the time you get back, well, I don't know what's going on with Florida, so we'll see. And Russ says he bought the Boardwalk body butter for my neighbor's wife, and she loves it. You know what, Russ? That's awesome, but at the same time, sounds kind of interesting. I don't know. I'm sure it was all innocent.
Yeah, he was one of the first people. We launched a women's line, and so he bought some for him and his wife, and some for his neighbor's family as well. And the women's line, it took off at first, but then it just kind of it died off, and it didn't become as popular as we were hoping. But yeah, we had a lot of our scents were done in body butters for women, body oils. We had the spray mist for women, like the little scent sprays that they have, and things like that. And it just, like I said, it didn't take off, so we didn't continue with it just yet.
Do you do a lot of like farmers markets, shows like that?
We've done we've done a couple of them.
Yeah, when you were doing the stream with Matt, I could have sworn on a few different occasions you were talking about events you were going to, or it might have been one, but I remember it being a topic.
Yeah, and, there was one that we were going to every year. It's a hemp festival, and because our product is 70% hemp, we're able to go to the cannabis festivals and things like that and support the local farmers. So we've gotten to do that, and it's been successful a couple times. We didn't go this particular year just because it's getting so popular now that they're charging way more than it's worth doing. So we didn't pass on it. But most of it, we do online sales is our biggest off the website.
Yeah, and Russ said absolutely innocent. I know, it just struck me funny when I read it. So, and what else have we got here? Yeah, and something else I mentioned, I didn't realize. I'm sure I realized it at some point. You've got the pump tops, which I think is probably the best dispenser you could have. I mean, I've always loved the dropper tops. It took me a long time to warm up to, the restricted top. I've got one oil with the pump top, and it's always occurred to me it's the perfect delivery system. Even though we're not used to it yet, it keeps it fresh longer. And talk about getting an exact amount. I mean, it's the same amount every time. I know, some droppers you get a quarter dropper, some fill all the way. But those pump tops, I think once people warm up to them, it's just amazing. Especially for me, I've got to go through my collection again. I know I've probably got like 20 bottles that have gone bad. Nothing wrong with the product, except that it's been sitting there for 2.5 years, and anything that'll extend the life is an awesome idea, I think, anyway. And let me just catch up. I don't remember where I left off in the comments. Oh, there I am. And he says, I think the Euro restrictors are my least favorite. They are my least favorite too. Only because I like the dropper tops. That's what I'm used to. The restricted tops, I think, just create a mess with the oil that gets left on the top, and just
we get some of the like fragrances. They have them too, and the first thing I do is I pop them off, and if you go to the Dollar Tree, you can buy the little mini droppers, and I use that instead because I can't stand the restrictors. And then
I
sometimes you
just
got to blow.
yeah, and sometimes you have to open them up with like a skewer or something,
Yeah.
and people are agreeing. I A lot of people talk about those restrictors like they're the best thing there is, and I for a while I wouldn't buy something that came in a restrictor top, but then I got over it and just realized it doesn't really make a difference in the long run. And so I'm looking here. It looks like you've got eight. Oh, there's a second page. I'm always one to miss a second page. Oh, 11 cents. I thought you had, when you were talking about the Professor Pepper, I kind of, oh, Cherry Dr. Pepper. Awesome. Yeah, I didn't, when you were talking about the Professor Pepper, I didn't really know what you meant because I I didn't see the second page. So 11
You're
cents. So what are those other two? Cuda Island in Old San Juan. Yeah, a lot of fruity tropical scents for you.
Yeah, we wanted to. So when we started our company, I just got tired of smelling like trees all the time. It seemed like that's all you could find at the store is you either smelt like a lumberjack or you smelt like a lumberjack. There wasn't really a whole lot of options. So I wanted something that represented Florida, that made you feel like you're on vacation like all the time. Because you ever get off of vacation, you go back to work, and you're just like, man, I wish I could have stayed another week or two.
Yep.
And that's just kind of what I wanted to do, is create something that when you put it in your beard, or if you use our shampoo or body wash and you get out of the shower, you just feel like you're on vacation and all the stress in the world just kind of disappears. Like you just go into the day with a positive mindset. You just start your day off right. And it just makes life a whole lot easier if you just kind of feel like you're still on vacation even when you're not on vacation.
Yeah. In fact, I'm looking at this. This looks kind of interesting. Mangoes, green tea, and cloves.
Oh yeah.
So now, for someone like me that's afraid of cloves, is it enough in the background where I still might?
You're gonna smell the clove. So Kudo Island is a beach in the Indonesia country, and their main export is clove. So we wanted to represent them as best as we could with the clove. It is a middle note. It's not a strong top note, but it is strong. It's going to last about 2 hours or so. But the sweetness from that mango does even out really well with that. It's not really a bitter tobacco on the clove part, but that stronger clove with the sweet mango, they balance together very well. And then the
What
green tea just kind of gives it a crisp, cool feel to it.
in cloves? One of those things that I used to really, really, really dislike, but I found out their benefits for your nails, and
Mhm.
was kind of using it for that. And I've in this is pure clove oil. I mean, nothing in between. And I've kind of not. I don't love the smell of clove on its own, but I don't have that same, adverse reaction that I used to. Sort of the same thing with black pepper. So that would be something I'd choose if I was looking to test, my
Mhm.
ability to handle clove now. So
Yeah, I like that one. It's very nice. I like it more during the winter time when it's a little bit cooler down here because the clove and the mango do better. But because it is usually hot down here, I usually stick to my boardwalk most of the time during the year.
and so I don't see an unscented oil. You know,
I have one coming. I don't have it released yet, but we do have one coming. I just haven't released the name because I have a company that likes to copy a lot of things that I do, and I used to tell everything on my Sunday live stream on Beach Talk, and then I noticed a lot of my ideas kept getting implemented before I could.
got
So
it,
I have
got it.
one come, but I just haven't released the name yet.
Okay,
But
that's
it is
interesting.
island themed. It is island and beach themed. So when you
Well,
see it, you'll know it.
For in unscented, you're talking about these carrier oils you're going to use are going to be different than your regular blend.
Yes. So
Okay.
it won't be our hemp oil. That one we found a local farmer that's able to get us castor oil. So we're going to do one that's going to be for our graybeards. And we're going to try mixing the hemp, which is the quick absorbent, but give you that thicker healing that the castor can do. And so we're going to do like a castor line as well. And that's going to be part of the new setup. Yeah, hemp oil
So
has such a element to it that I couldn't do unscented for it.
yeah, no, I get you there, but I'm wondering, is this going to be something where you'll now have two lines? For example, I can get barbershop in the hemp or this new.
Yeah, if it sells well, because it's one of those things where I'm not sure how many gray hair beardsmen we have in our customer list, but I know that we've had enough that it has intrigued me to come out with the line. So it's one that we're going to test, see how it does for the holidays. If it sells well, then starting in the new year, we'll probably duplicate all of our lines with a castor base as well, to meet our customers' needs.
Well, personally, I think that you should focus on us old, poor gray bearded guys. Those young guys with those beautiful brown beards, they don't need any help. But
Right.
now, in how soon are you thinking about coming out with this?
So the unscented one will be coming out probably in a few months, because Matt and I, we just discussed that we're going to be doing a collaboration for Black Friday. So we're going to be putting all of our focus on that. So it'll probably be shortly after Black Friday, and then we'll just see how it does for the holiday sales.
To me, this is terrific news. I would love the idea of like a gray blend.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you're not going to say the name, but we'll see it in a few months, right?
Oh yeah,
And
absolutely.
and you're going to start off just in the unscented, or are you thinking about doing it and
Um, so we're going to do the unscented as our first scent, and then I have four more scents that we're going to be dropping at the same time, which we'll probably do one in castor and then one without castor, and do our normal hemp seed oil and apricot mix. And so one of them is it's going to be a lemon and birchwood that we're working on. We're trying to get the ratio correct on that. We're going to do a lime and cedar, and then we're working on an orange one because Russ, he's one of our biggest customers. Russ has been wanting us to do like a Florida-based one, and so Florida is known for oranges. We're going to be working on a orange scented one. I'm just not sure what I'm going to do with that one yet.
and you said lime and cedar.
No, so yeah, lime and cedar, and then lemon and birchwood.
Okay. Yeah, lime and cedar just really kind of earlier tonight I was talking about my love for orange and cedar. And I would imagine I might have the same kind of love for lime and cedar. I just something about citrus and cedar to me just it's a
Yeah.
scent that the first time I tried orange cedar, I didn't think I liked it. I took it with me on a short vacation to force myself to use it, and it's turned out to be, I'm not going to say my absolute favorite scent, but I can't really think of one. I've actually got a custom coming in from someone in orange and cedar because I want to keep on, and I'm getting it from someone that has a very what's the word, deep cedar, and I'm just curious. And lime cedar would definitely, I'd just be curious to see if it does the same thing. I know lime is more tart than orange, and I've noticed that orange always gets kind of muted with the cedar, and I'd be curious to see what lemon cedar does. So that sounds incredible.
And
And
that's like the orange one that we're working on. So Russ wants us to do something with like the Everglades down there by his house, which is a big swamp area. And so he's given me like ideas of like natural Florida trees that grow there and different flowers and stuff. So I've been trying to find, I like to use local farmers. So I try to buy my essential oils and things that I can't make from farmers here. So trying to find someone that has those particular tree scents or those floral scents so that I can match them with the orange. Because like you said, the orange does get mixed up and sometimes it fades away too quickly and then you don't get to enjoy it. Especially like with orange and chocolate. That's another one that, you know, the chocolate tends to overcome the orange scent. And so then you're just stuck with chocolate in your beard. And sometimes that's not always the greatest one to wear.
Gotcha. Well, that's something that's always surprised me by orange cedar, is that for some reason it hangs in there with the cedar.
Mm-hmm.
The scent doesn't diminish.
Oh, really?
The muted, what I found, the two I've tried so far, the orange gets muted with the cedar, but stays, doesn't go away. It's, you know, I don't know if they're doing something different or what the story is. But we are at an hour and 6 minutes. I usually bail out around now only because we've got the Bearded Respect on after us and Woolly Wizard, and I kind of don't like, you know, stepping into their time slot. But do you have a discount code that you like people to use for the 7 people still in here? Or I don't know if you have a favorite one or.
Yeah, if you want to use the code vacation, that is our most common one for 15% off. I'm trying to think of, I don't know if I had any other ones right now. I think the vacation is a safe bet. If you guys want to give it a try, or just hit me up on Instagram. I mean, we can always do samples if you want to try a sample. It only costs me $2 or $3 to send out samples. So, yeah.
And actually, I was being kind of greedy. I want to put an order in, and having a discount code always helps.
Actually, speaking of that, so Matt and I are working on a collaboration, and we were going to come to you in a couple of weeks or so and talk to you about maybe possibly doing a live with you to talk about this new collab between us.
It sounds great, and I am going to put an order in tonight, and I'm definitely looking forward to that new blend you were talking about. I know Russ asked what was in the blend, but you've already said you'd rather not say. So,
the blend itself, it won't be. I'm not worried about that. The blend is going to be, so instead of using our hemp seed oil, it's going to be the castor oil. But because castor is a thicker oil, we'll probably test it with our apricot to see if we can get it to absorb faster, but still have the same effects. Which is why we use the apricot with the hemp. It allows it to absorb faster, but you get to keep the same benefits from the hemp. So we'll just test it. If not, it'll probably be a castor only oil, depending on how the apricot mixes with it.
In fact, I'm trying to look at your current blend, and I don't know if I'm going in the wrong place. I know it popped up a bunch of times, but right now I'm having a hard time getting to it. But what's the blend currently?
So our current blend is we use 70% hemp oil, manufactured right here in Florida, and then we use the other about 29% is apricot, and then 1% is vitamin E to give that extra vitamin E to help with the growth and the skin conditions.
And I'm not trying to interrupt you when I do something like say so long Lux, or so the new one is going to be like super duper heavy castor, almost like Artius Man type thickness.
Yeah, it'll probably be completely different than what we normally do, because hemp and apricot are some of the lighter quickest absorbing ones. But if we can find a way to make castor absorb faster in the skin with the apricot, which is the fastest absorbing carrier oil, then obviously we want to provide that, because you don't want a greasy beard or anything that feels greasy after you put it in. And that's one of our biggest goals.
Yeah, I know for me personally, the oils that feel the best are the ones that end up leaving the biggest, mess.
Yeah.
All right, Missy, thanks for stopping in. So, but I did mention that I'm trying to, I don't like the idea that Bearded Respect or Woolly Wizard would think that I'd step on their time.
Absolutely.
And but it looks like, I don't know if this is a question. Is CBD beard oil feeling any difference than normal beard oil? You don't offer CBD, do you?
Correct. I don't deal with CBD or mess with any of that.
Thanks, Russ. All right, but I do appreciate you coming on, and looking forward to, especially trying that the barbershop, and I'll have to figure out a couple others to get to. And your butters, whipped, poured.
We do poured now.
All right. Yeah, you'll see it come through sometime tonight. And thank you for coming on. It's a little bit tough, going the whole hour on my own. It's always appreciated when someone takes the time to jump in.
Absolutely. I totally understand, and I appreciate, and I'm honored. Thank you guys, and I hope you guys the best tonight.
And thank you to everyone that came in and watched, especially you, Missy. Thank you. And see you guys all next time.
Have a good one, Ken.
See you. Well, we'll still be on once I